bovine, different sort of pachyderms.
Good evening, humanoids.
And welcome to the Spring 2012 Coffeehouse performance. Our first act of the night.
There was a slight mishap in the creation of the list. As always happens, people suddenly vanish from the list due to unexplainable reasons. Yes. And so they get replaced by other people who suddenly fill those spots. So instead of Thomas Lowe performing a song, we will actually be starting off with a skit, which is a first for Coffeehouse, because that never happens here. So, we have novel writing, a Monty Python sketch with Kendall Rak, Nick Burton, and myself, actually.
Hope you enjoy. Should be fantastic.
And now it's time for novel writing, which today comes from the West Country from Dorset. Hello, and welcome to Dorchester, where a very good crowd has turned out to watch local boy Thomas Hardy write his new novel, The Return of the Native, on this very pleasant July morning. This will be his 11th novel and the 5th of the very popular Wessex novels. And here he comes! Big hand! Here comes Hardy walking out of his desk. He looks confident, he looks very relaxed, and very much the man in form as he acknowledges this very good-natured bank holiday crowd. And the crowd goes quiet now as Hardy settles himself down at his desk, body straight, very relaxed, pen in hand, lightly but firmly. He dips the pen into the inkwell, and he's off. It's the first word, but it's not a word. Oh no! Oh no! It's a doodle up in the top of the left-hand margin. Oh dear, it's a piece of meaningless scribble. Oh, and he signed his name underneath it. Oh dear, what a disappointing start. Oh, but he's off again, and here he goes. The first word of Thomas Hardy's first new novel at 10:35 on this very lovely morning. It's 3 letters. It's the definite article, and it's the to you, Dennis.
Well, this is true to form. No surprises there. Troy started 5 of his 11 novels with a definite article. We've had 2 thes, 2 us, 1 on, and a Dolores. Though that, of course, was never published.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Dennis, but he's crossed it out. Thomas Hardy, here on the first day of his new novel, has crossed out the only word he has written so far. And he is gazing off into space. Oh dear, and he's signing his name again.
It's like Tessa the D'Urbervilles all over again.
But he's down again in writing, Dennis. He's written the again. He's crossed it out again, and he's written an R. And there is a second word coming up straight away, and it is a sat. The sat. It doesn't make any sense, a Saturday. A Saturday. It is a Saturday, and the crowd is loving it. They're really enjoying this novel, and it's the next word. It's afternoon. A Saturday afternoon is a confident beginning, and he's straight on to the next word. And it is in a Saturday afternoon in November. November is spelled wrong. He's left out the second E, and he's not going back, it looks like, as though he is moving on to the sentence, and is coming up to the first verb, and the first verb of the new novel is was. The first verb is was, and the crowd is going wild. A Saturday afternoon in November was a long word here coming up. It's approval. Oh no, it's approaching. A Saturday afternoon in November was approaching, and he has done the definite article the again, and he is writing fluently, easily, with flowing strokes of the pen, as he comes up in the middle of the first sentences of this very 11th novel, well underway, and the prospect of good days writing ahead. Back to the studio now. Thank you very much for joining us on Novel Writing to Dead. We will be back at 11.